Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. I'm Goddess Imani, and welcome to Sacred Love Lessons. This is a sacred space where we remember who we are, rise in our truth, and radiate the frequencies of love, clarity, and sovereignty. Welcome to this week's Clarity Check-In. As we begin, I invite you to consider this question. What parts of yourself have you been waiting for an invitation home? Sometimes we think transformation happens through grand gestures, dramatic breakthroughs, or life-changing moments. Those moments can be powerful, but often the biggest changes happen through the smallest daily actions. When qualities such as authenticity, voice, and playfulness have been pushed aside, they rarely return all at once. They usually come back through tiny acts of remembrance. Over time, these tiny actions become puzzle pieces. One piece may seem insignificant on its own, but day after day, they gather together until the fuller picture of who you are begins to emerge. Authenticity asks, who am I? Who am I? Now, just for a brief moment, imagine a beautiful acre of land. This land is so beautiful, it's like an oasis. It's filled with colorful flowers, and you can smell the flowers. They smell so delicious, right? There's green grass, there's palm trees, and there's a small flowing brook. And you can see the water, it's crystal clear, and you can hear it just running over the pebbles. You can hear the birds chirping, and this place feels like paradise. It's very beautiful. The sun is out. It smells good. It feels good. Everything is just right. Then out of nowhere, you hear this loud truck come roaring in, and then you hear this beeping sound. Beep, beep, beep. You know how it does when it backs up. And this truck is filled with trash. And the truck just comes in and it dumps all sorts of garbage into the oasis. And then it leaves and it comes back and it dumps more trash. And then it leaves and it comes back and it dumps more trash. And with each dump, the trash is getting higher and higher into the oasis. It covers the beautiful flowers. It's no longer smelling fragrant. You can't smell the jasmine. All you can smell now is the trash. Trash is in the water. It has polluted the brook. And as far as the eyes can see, there's trash just everywhere. Then people begin to gather around and they say, look at all this trash. They expound on how horrible the trash looks, how horrible it smells, how it's making their property value go down. And everyone has forgotten how this acre used to be a beautiful oasis. And this is what happens to many children. Children are born beautiful, innocent, and open. They don't know hate, and most don't know low-vibing energy. And then you have unhealed, unawakened parents and family who pour mounds and mounds and mounds of trash into them until the children are filled with trash. Okay, so maybe it wasn't mounds. Maybe it was just a little trash, because we talked about the spectrum before. Some people are on the very end in the shadows where there's mounds and mounds of trash. And then some people are on the lighter end where maybe it wasn't so much, but just a little, right? Just a little trash, not so much. Whatever amount of trash it was still trash. The unhealed, unawakened parts that were poured into you. That's what we're talking about today. When authenticity has been discarded, We often find ourselves doing what is expected, choosing what is approved, or shrinking parts of ourselves to fit into spaces that were never designed for us. Tiny acts of authenticity might look like wearing something that really reflects your personality, saying no when your answer is no, showing up as your true self with no mask, saying yes when your answer is yes, expressing what you truly want instead of what sounds acceptable. Let's be honest. Every small act of honesty becomes another puzzle piece. Over time, those pieces gather until your life begins to reflect your true self rather than a version shaped by expectations. Your silence will not protect you. Audre Lorde. Your voice is more than the words you speak. It is your perspective, your wisdom, your truth, your right to take up space. Many people believe that if they keep their heads down, they don't speak up, they don't share their truth, or they don't challenge injustice, they will be protected from harm. Sometimes people stop using their voice because they fear criticism, rejection, conflict, or misunderstanding. Your voice then retreats into the shadows. Every time you hide your voice, you pay a price in authenticity. Now, when I was growing up, our environment was an authoritative one. It was more of children are meant to be seen and not heard. And people were more concerned about their image. So as a child, I didn't have a chance to say what I wanted, what I felt, what was important to me, what I thought about things. I really didn't get a chance to express my feelings. I didn't get a chance to use my voice. And oftentimes I had, like many children, I had so many questions about everything. Even as an adult, I still ask a lot of questions about everything. And so as a child, asking questions was met with resistance and the insistence that I be quiet. Silence felt like the safest option. But your voice can return through practice. Tiny acts of reclaiming your voice might look like asking a question when you need clarity, speaking up in a meeting, sharing an idea you've been holding back, expressing a need without apologizing for having the need, or sharing an honest opinion in a conversation. Each time you speak from a place of truth, another piece of yourself comes home. Little by little, your voice becomes familiar again. Playfulness is often one of the first qualities adults leave behind. Responsibilities grow, schedules fill, productivity becomes the priority. Yet, playfulness is not frivolous. It is a source of creativity, curiosity, joy, and renewal. Now, play used to be a foreign concept for me. Play didn't feel normal until after I met Goddess Elisa. I started learning more and more about play through my connection to her. So, what I do today I incorporate a little play into my life every day. Tiny acts of playfulness might look like dancing to a favorite song, coloring, doodling, or creating something for no reason, laughing without worrying about how you look, trying something new simply because it sounds like a lot of fun. Or one fun activity that I like is using the Oculus to explore different areas of the world or to play a game. These moments may seem small, but they are invitations back to aliveness. Each act of play helps you reconnect with the forgotten part of yourself. As you move through the rest of your day, ask yourself, what tiny action can I take today to welcome one part of myself home? What tiny action can I take today to welcome one part of myself home? Then, at the end of your day, you might ask, where was I authentic today? When did I use my voice? And How did I play today? Over time, these tiny actions become puzzle pieces. One piece may seem insignificant on its own, but day after day they gather together until the full picture of who you are begins to emerge. Authenticity says, "This is who I am." Voice says, "This is my truth." And playfulness says, "It's okay for me to play every day." Remember, the gathering is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you have always been. That's what I have for you today. Thank you for being here and sharing this sacred space with me. If this episode resonated with you, please like it and share it with someone who is ready to remember their own power. And until we speak again, be the light.